Everybody, this is GTS. Thank you for joining in.
Hey guys, welcome to what is this episode number 12?
12.
This is episode number 12 of GTS. So it's been already almost 3 months, right?
Yep, it's been
Since we
3
started
months.
this. Yeah.
It's like just with the blink of an eye. It's been 3 months, like blink of an eye. I'm
just
like, you guys probably can't see I'm blinking my eye because I'm Asian, but yeah, I'm blinking my eye.
He's blinking his eyes. Guys, welcome, like I said, to GTS number 12. We have a very special show for you guys like we do every week. I say that every week. But for me, this is a really super special episode. This is obviously me, Master Grade Jess. But it's a very special episode because I get to finally talk to one of my personal heroes who got me into photographing and like photographing my Gunpla models, which I wish I could do it like he does, and maybe one day I will. But with you guys today and with us, we have Saint-ism. So Saint-ism, I don't know if you want to introduce yourself to the whole crowd.
Hey guys, I am Saint. I run saintism.com. I am probably most well known for my like shading style and photography, I guess.
Yes. He is by far one of the best photographers in the game. He's one of the, I don't know if you guys remember from last week's episode where I talked about two of my heroes. I talked about It's a Gunpla, and then I said I wasn't going to talk about my other one, but that's because he's here this week, and I'm so excited. But in the panel, joining us is Justin and Chris.
How do you do that?
A dab? No, that's not how you dab, dude. That's not how you, it's like...
You gotta pretend you're sneezing into the elbow. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
There it is. Yeah, you got it.
Okay,
there it is.
cool. That's how the young people do it nowadays. All right, what's up, guys? I'm Justin. What up?
So,
I guess that's all.
Yeah, that's Justin. That's Studio G. Guys, he put up a video. He put up a video yesterday night, which is on what? What was it, Justin?
It was the MG Illustrate.
Yeah, and he did a great job, and he did something extra on his video. If you guys want to go watch how he recreated a hanger, it looks awesome, dude. You did a hell of a job. Like, holy God.
You, man.
Very creative.
Really awesome work. And then we have Chris, my boy Chris, the painting guru, right?
Oh man,
he's back into painting.
No,
you're back into painting, right?
That's the painting guru down there. Yes, I've been painting.
You know what? I noticed something that his beard corresponds to his painting. So whenever he starts painting, the beard grew back.
Yeah.
If you watched the previous episode last week, he has nothing. And this week he started painting and it grew back just like that.
That's where he gets his power. You shave his power.
It's all the fumes like get in my beard and it starts to like exfoliate and it just grows faster.
Oh damn, dude, Chris! Thank God you're like half man. You're half Asian, and half white as well. Thank God, because you got the beard that almost every Asian wants.
So my younger brother, he's 6 years younger than me, but he has the full-fledged Viking beard. Like he can grow the full thing. I can just only do the goatee.
Damn,
I can't grow any beard.
Dream.
No,
that's the dream.
Yeah, you know, it's us Asians, man. It takes us like 3 weeks just to grow that, that little stubble.
Like, yeah, man. Like some people, they have like small patches here right on top of the corner of the lips, and it makes them look really freaky. You know, like creepy old dude.
Guys, we want to say hi to everybody in the chat who has been joining us. We have our, one of our best friends of the show, Nicholas Tejada, already there. We have Alvin, we have Kev Models, we have the Cinematics, who's always here. And I want to give a shout out to everybody who's joined our Discord. Remember, we have our Discord open for everybody to join in. We're already almost at 100 users, if I'm not mistaken, and it's always active. There's people talking all the time, helping each other out with painting and talking about kits and talking about the latest news that makes Chris super happy, which is the VRCA that was announced last night.
So excited. Let me tell you, I'm so happy.
Yeah, man. You just can't contain the happiness.
So
look
happy.
At the enthusiasm showing on his face.
So, if you guys didn't know, last night the new VRCA was announced, which is the Wing Zero VRCA, which is a redesign of the Katoki design, which is already a design of a Katoki design because the Endless Waltz was designed by Katoki himself. But we have our guest here, Saint. What do you think of the whole thing with the Wing Zero?
I mean, I wasn't exactly wowed. Like, I feel like could have been like a lot of other stuff that could have been like better represented in the Vercar line.
Uh-huh.
I think the
I
G stuff is
remember-
probably like the given, but it's I guess it's not time yet for that.
Yeah.
Oh well. I remember he said specifically before we go live, it's a missed opportunity.
Well, it is. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they could have done so many things. Could have done so many things, and
Exactly.
honestly, and it's basically the whole community kind of blew up, right? But I think one of what people forget sometimes is, or what they've been forgetting, because I've talked about it to various people, even Ryan Lau. I messaged him earlier, and we were talking about the new Verkot thing. It's that it's not that people are mad that it's a Wing Zero, because that's a cool suit and everything, and it's an homage to the whole. There's a whole reason behind why they're making it. It's just that Bandai took a extra step to hype everything up, even making like a little website for it and everything. And then you're like, oh, it's a Wing Zero. Like, oh, okay, it's a redesign. Like, there's nothing new. It's a missed opportunity. Just well said by Saint. And it kind of sucks. I was kind of wishing for a Zeta. I was waiting. I was
kind of
wishing for like.
I was kind of wishing for a GM. We haven't got anything cool out of GMs.
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
for the Verkot
Come
line.
on, man. Like, seriously, damn. Catra.
Oh, Kisatra, yeah, man, come on, Kisatra,
Seriously.
come on.
Yeah, Master Grade Kazatra with like $250, the price of a freaking perfect grade with how big that thing is.
But who's not going to pay for it? Who's not going to pay? Everyone would have paid for it, though.
Yeah, this is true.
Totally agree.
This is
bro.
true.
Totally agree.
Everybody
Alright,
would have paid
so-
for it.
Exactly. So before we start, here's a special shout out to Mama Mendoza.
Ooh, thank you to
Oh,
my mom,
yeah.
of course. My mom is
Exactly.
always watching the show.
She's
Hola.
here every single week since the first week.
Yeah, we love her.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Love you.
Yes. Thank you, Mom. I love you, Mom. All right, guys. So let's go on to the show, because the show GTS is mainly about our guests, bringing people in who in some way have inspired us. And like we said it last week when we were talking about our heroes, this is kind of like we do it for personal gain too, because we get to meet all these cool people. So in this case, we have Saint. So Saint, thank you for being on the show this Friday. We do have some generic questions for you, right? These are the generic questions that all the guests get. So I hope you're ready to answer them. So Chris, would you mind asking the questions for me, please?
So, Saint, how did you get started?
All right. So I first heard about Gundam in high school, and this was about like 1998. So this was back in the day when like the only place you can get anime is like from the anime shop, and
Mhm.
if you're living in a Western country, like not many people kind of know about it at the time. So I had a particular friend who was from Hong Kong, and he was like always talking about this Gundam stuff, which like I didn't know what it was at the time. And one day I went to his house, and he had this like 160 F90,
Oh, yeah, the big one.
and
Wow.
yeah, the big one. That was like it's like a no grade 160 model.
Uh-huh.
And so he showed me. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. Is that a transformer?
As usual.
And but yeah, so like a couple of years on, I started going to the arcade, and there was this game called Gundam Federation versus Xeon. It's like a two versus two arcade Gundam game. I don't know if you guys heard of it.
No, I have not.
No, wow.
Yeah,
I'll look
it's
it up
basically a
later.
fighting game. It's basically a fighting game. It's like virtual on, but it's Gundams. So at that point, I started getting really sort of more aware of what Gundam actually was. So fast forward a bit. Yeah, that's how it began. So fast forward a bit, Gundam Seed comes out, and that's like the first Gundam anime I actually got to watch.
It's
And
weird.
Yeah.
That's weird
So
because like a lot of people start with Gundam Wing, right, or with something else.
Or G.
You started
Yeah.
with Seed, and you started
Yeah,
with
'cause,
Seed.
this was about the time when the internet, you could start sort of downloading it. So that's sort of how I got access to Gundam in the first place.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, so Gundam Seed finishes around like 2002, and then I kind of decided then like I just want to I want to buy the model kit. Yep, and
That's
in
how it
2000, yeah, that's how it began. So around 2003 when I started building my first Gundam, I guess.
What was your first kit that you bought?
So being Gundam Seed fan and all, I wanted the Strike. So yeah, the Strike Gundam's like literally one of my favorite mobile suit designs ever. So I got the 1 to 160 no grade strike.
Oh, you went big.
Holy shit, dude!
Yeah.
You didn't even-
That was the first. That was the first kit you got for 160.
Yeah, but
Wow.
it's like a high grade, so like it's not it's not too complicated.
Uh huh. Okay.
But I mean, still, people begin with like a lot of
HG.
people that with HGs exactly. So a lot of people on our Discord and even in the community, I've heard talk about how they're scared to move up to master grade or something like that, and they stick with 144s. But you went right to 160, right? Like
Yeah,
this
'cause when I
big
first
thing.
started, I was like, yeah, big is better. Like Viva perfect grade, like.
America, let's go. Sorry.
Bigger is better.
Yes.
Yo, man, look at that truck.
So one.
Like
Bad
One of
extra.
the other.
Sorry.
One of the other questions. So you build the strike, right? And you get into this whole model kits because of your friend, right? Because your friend showed you his 1/160th, right? And you watched the show. So did you look to anyone for inspiration when you began to like build?
So when I first started, I just wanted my stuff to look like the manual, the picture in the manual, basically. And back in the day, all the manual pictures, they all got this like really nice kind of shading on it.
Because it was no, I mean like those pictures that we saw on the manual on the book, those are not actually taken, right? Are they taken? Are they taken? I mean, not on the cover of the box itself, in the manual.
Yeah, they're all built, painted, and they're all nicely shaded. That's kind of where I just wanted to copy that style basically when I first started. And so when I built my 1 to 160th strike, and I'm looking at the manual, I was like, hey, hang on, it's like doesn't look like what's in.
It's like McDonald's all over again. What happened to the Big Mac, bro?
Yep.
What happened?
Yeah, it's all squished.
Exactly. Come on, man.
The patty's this big.
I love it. I love it because when you buy a kit or anything, it'll say, well, nowadays I don't know how it used to be in the past, right? Because I'm new to the hobby itself. But on the manuals nowadays, it says the model in the picture has been painted and customized or whatever. So it's kind of like, oh, you're kind of leading me on.
Yep.
So yeah, I get it. It's kind of like the McDonald's thing. Like,
Pictures are for illustration only.
yeah.
Actual product may differ.
What has been your favorite kit to build up until now before customization? So before you customize or paint, which has been your favorite build?
Favorite to build. It's kind of hard to say. I mean, I kind of like all the kits which have like the extra armor bits that go on. Like, so I like the dual Gundam.
Mm-hmm.
I like the full armor Thunderbolt.
Mm-hmm.
And the fires which I just recently finished. So yeah, I like those because it feels like you get a lot of stuff to like do with it.
Mm.
Dude, that's the Asian in you, bro. Sorry, but that's the Asian in you.
And what has been your favorite one to paint or customize? Which one has been your favorite? So is it still the same ideology with the armor?
Anything that doesn't require masking or like those main Gundam sets, because I've got the flow the flow chart down.
Oh, okay. So basically, every guest on here hates masking.
Exactly. That's what
I hate mess basically. So like
I like it.
killing
It doesn't
scenes.
bother me.
No, so keep going.
Yeah, just anything that involves mess. So like killing scenes, masking. When I used to do acrylics, masking was really dangerous because you had to like wait at least like a week for it to dry before you could actually do masking. Otherwise, like the paint and stuff.
Well,
but you don't get that problem with lacquer, y'all.
Yeah, no, not that anymore.
Yep.
Lacquer is good. Lacquer is like your obsessive, desperate ex-girlfriend who just wouldn't leave you alone.
okay.
That's what lacquer is. She'll stick on it.
All right, guys. All right, guys. So, like I said, we have Saint-ism on, and Saint-ism is, I think, you have the hangar bay, right? So, what's up with the hangar bay with you guys?
Yeah,
so we have a picture.
Hangar bay is my sponsor. He is where I get all my Bandai kits. For the last 2-3 years, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So he's based in Japan. He runs a website, hangarbay.co. There's no M.
Mm-hmm.
And really good customer service, great selection of kits, and he gets his stuff real quick. So if you're looking to get P Bandai stuff, please visit the Hangar Bay. Use code Saint-ism05 to get 5% off.
Ooh, nice. Man, we getting those hookups, man. I didn't even know about the Hangar Bay. Sounds really cool. We're gonna have to check it out.
Definitely.
He used to run eBay stuff, but then he opened a shop front recently, about 6 months ago.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, is it with the whole COVID mess? Because the storefront would probably be difficult.
It's a bit difficult now because shipping's like a bit like it's blocked from quite a few countries, so you have to use like FedEx or DHL. But
yeah,
when things open up, I think it'll be like a lot better.
Yeah, kind of just the shipping nowadays is crazy. It's off the hook. But guys, so everybody watching, so Saint-ism is more known about I know him from his photography and the way that he photographs pictures. The show that we have for you prepared for you guys today is a little bit of a journey on the way that he went from photographing in the beginning and how he has gotten really good. So if you guys haven't checked out his work and want to, stick around and see it here. If you guys need to go or something, you can always check it out at saintism.com, saint-ism.com. He has really awesome work. But we're going to start off here on slide number 5, which is dated 2003. So it says March 30th, 2003, Saint. What can you tell us about this kit?
So that's my first kit, the 1/60th no grade strike. All done with nail clippers.
Oh man!
Cleven paddle line. And it's like the most potato photo you can pretty much get. The flash is on.
Is it from a film camera or is it from a digital camera?
It's from a digital camera. So my dad's like he's into tech. So at the time he bought one of the earliest commercially available digital cameras. So yeah, I kind of pinched it for that.
Dude, back in 2003, this photo is the bomb.
Yep.
Yeah.
This photo is the bomb.
The strike Gundam on my desk, man. Like
with the ViewSonic monitor.
Exactly, bro.
Computer.
Exactly, bro.
I remember playing Warcraft on that fucking monitor. Man, good times.
And he even put up Gundam Seed as the wallpaper.
Oh yeah, I see. Oh damn, I see that.
Come on, that's dedication, bro. Dedication.
That's true. Yeah, that's true fanaticism. Yeah. So this is like your first photo, like one of your first photos. It is your first kit. You take this potato photo with the flash in the background, reflecting off of the monitor, right? But then we go on to another one that you built later on that year, which is in 2003 also. But this time it's in, if I'm not mistaken, September. So which one is this one? What is up with this one on slide number 6?
Right. So this is the perfect grade Mark II. So as I said, when you first start, it's like big is better. Like you gotta go perfect,
Perfect.
Sorry, but that thing got me. Gotta go perfect. That's why I buy a perfect grade.
Yep.
I'm not a master. I'm perfect.
We want the best. So this one, it was 6 months later. So I didn't use any flash. It's like natural lighting. And like I said, I wanted to look like the manual. So I did try to paint this one. I used spray cans.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the shading, I used the pencil and I kind of just smudged it on the panels, so it looks a bit bit dirty, I guess.
A little bit yeah.
Well, it definitely shows, and it definitely shows it has the early days build kind of look. Like everybody's first kit or everybody's first field kits will somehow look something like that. But you know what? I gotta say that even back then, your sense of photography is already there because you know how to composition itself is really, really good.
Yeah, but see that kind of pose, it's like straight from the manual. So I just I want to do that, but it's
exactly. You gotta start somewhere, right? I mean, honestly speaking, almost every picture you saw on the internet about the fast, it's literally the one on the box. Because that guy, I mean, the only posable pose that you can pose is probably just like that, Him holding his, him standing up like this. That's it.
Well, everybody starts off, everybody like in the audience, I'm sure you guys can relate. When you first begin, you want to do the poses from the box and the manual, which are the ones that are given to you, right? They're not the most dynamic. Some of them are really cool nowadays, right? Because you get the nicer kits. Like with the master grade barbatos and the manual, there are a bunch of really good poses. But everybody starts off somewhere, and some people even try to recreate the anime scenes, right, and everything. But yeah, this is a really good picture, all things considering that you just literally began.
Especially,
But,
yeah, he copied it very
point.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's really nice.
You take it from a low angle, so it looks big, it looks tall.
Mm-hmm.
It looks perfect.
Yeah, take it from down and up, right? Giving that sense of scale,
Scale,
right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right, very nice. So now we have over here on the next one, we have the beautiful Wing Zero Master Grade. This is the OG Master Grade Wing Zero.
Oh man.
Yeah, so this was in like 2009, I think. Can't quite remember. So this was like the first time I kind of put a backdrop. So I'm still using like natural light. I just put like a blue piece of paper behind the model.
Mm-hmm.
And
how did you come up with the blue backdrop thing? Did you learn that from somewhere, or did you come up with it yourself?
I think I went on the internet and I just thought like, how do you do the backdrop? And someone just said, oh, it's actually just a piece of paper or something flat, and you just sort of like drape it and bend it so you don't see like the seam or whatever at the bottom.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Very, very cool.
And this is still using the same digital camera as like the other two. I think it's just without that stupid date watermark in it.
No, but I mean, even this picture nowadays is a lot better than a lot of the pictures you see online, right? I mean, the backdrop, the lighting is great. There's not a lot of reflection, and it looks like you also painted this kit, right? It has a little bit of highlighting, I can see.
Yeah, so that's when I sort of started to get a bit more serious about actually doing that kind of style.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it is got that that kind of shaded effect on it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because on slide number 8, we have a beautiful picture, which looks really nice. This thing looks like one of the honestly, in all honesty, it looks like one of the box pictures that come in, that kind of show off the kit. This is like from 2003 to 2009, because I remember you actually tagged to 2009, so this is 6 years later, right?
Yeah.
What happened between those 6 years? Did it really take you that long, or is this like as far as back as you could find or archive?
I think I started sort of airbrushing in like 2007, so I was just more like very casual snap building before then.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
I did.
But you never stopped building, right? Between
Yeah, so I did like spray can builds. So I've built like I did more perfect grades because they're the best, right? I did like
Go big or go home.
did like the GPO. I don't have pictures of those, but yeah, I went through pretty much all the perfect grades.
Oh wow.
But like this Wing Zero was sort of like when I first sort of like, yeah, I wanna be able to get closer to that manual picture, basically.
Yeah, because I do remember seeing this on the box, because I have that Wing Zero, and that is one of the. That's why I said it looks like one of the box arts. But that piece of paper, whatever piece of paper you got, is a really nice piece of paper, man. Because that doesn't look like paper at all, man. Like what? What kind of paper is this, dude?
You just go to the art shop and you buy the biggest piece of colored paper you can find, and you just sort of slowly use it as your backdrop, but you just sort of slowly fold it into the ground so you don't see like where it sort of bends.
Mm-hmm. No, that's awesome. I mean, because it looks beautiful. It's a really beautiful like picture for one of like your first pictures where you're taking into consideration all of these
It's
natural
11 years
lighting.
old.
But like when you look closely at it, like it just doesn't hold up anymore.
No, come on. It's been what? It's been what? 8 years? No, wait.
11.
8 years. Come on. Oh, so it's
11
been
years,
11.
dude.
Yeah, I was thinking like 2007.
Yeah, 11 years. And the kid is really old. I think the kid is from like 2003, actually, right?
Yeah, it is. It's definitely showing. It was showing its age even at the time I built it, I think.
Yeah. It shows its age once you start getting to the newer ones. Yeah. But then you have over here on slide number 9, you have a close-up picture of this kit, right?
This is the Freedom. Is this the Freedom?
Is
It's strike
Yeah.
freedom. I just changed the colors a bit, but again, it's using that same blue backdrop. There's no, it's natural light. Just from coming out the window. Um, it kind of like it looks kind of better enough to like sort of zoom in a bit, if you know what I mean. Like,
Mm-hmm.
That looks really good.
Yeah, the details. And I mean, I know we were kind of focusing on your photography, but your painting skills are really good. I mean, even on your master grade, what's it called, Wing Zero, and like your highlighting is really good. You know.
No, it's like
I know.
you can see his progression, and you can see that this is how he formed himself today. Like you can see the steps that he took, like from every build. You can see the improvements. Like the freedom itself. If you didn't tell me, I think like this is a pretty cool build, right?
Yeah.
This is really good.
Definitely. Definitely. And then we jump into slide number 10. Now this is a very different type of picture. Is this picture still with your old camera?
Yep, exactly the same. Same camera, same piece of paper. It's a bit, the colors are a bit off just because like the time of day. Like when you use outside lighting, it's like very variable. But yeah, everything else still the same camera, same backdrop.
Yeah, it's the same thing. So guys, for anybody out there, you guys can start taking notes, right? We've talked about it a lot of times on the show, especially Justin has mentioned how a lot of the pictures nowadays are over a cutting mat, right? Or in front of your computer screen or things of the sort, right?
Keyboard.
Your keyboard, I'm one of the people who used to do it, and I still do it nowadays when I show my work in progress, but it's a work in progress picture, right? But it's not as difficult to try and get good shots, or it's decent shots, by just buying, like he said, a piece of paper. You go to the art, to the supply store, you buy a piece of paper, the biggest one, he said, and then you just kind of put it down, make it seem like it's not being folded. You get some good lighting, and that's it. He's using natural light. He's not using some lamp. He's literally using the sun coming from his window and taking a really good picture, because this picture is top notch. For me, in this case, it really does look good, even if it's old and he says it doesn't hold up. It still looks good. It still looks really good. I don't know what you guys think. Chris, what do you think of this picture?
No, I like how you did the orange on the hands. Looks really good. Then like you posed it perfectly too as well.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah, did you?
You gotta like copy the iconic pose, I feel. So I kind of went like, winning shot for every kit. There's like a winning shot for every kit. I feel that one's like like Godfinger. You gotta do that one.
Yep.
That's the money shot, bro.
Yeah,
that's the money shot.
The money shot.
It's a really good picture. It's a really good. But you started. So did you learn how to post your kits through the manuals, or did you learn from someone?
The first point of reference for me is always the manual, and then nowadays I do a lot of Google searching. So I run through like Pinterest.
Oh god.
Pinterest.
Pinterest is very underrated for this kind of stuff. So you just search out whatever kit, and then you just kind of like you pin it to your board. And then like sometimes you just gotta go outside. You gotta go watch the anime. If you play the Gundam games, you sort of like take inspiration from that sometimes.
So do you have here your, because I do remember one of the first things I ever looked up when I started taking pictures was at your photography, what's it called, your guide to taking photos of Gunpla, and this looks like one of the X composition photos.
Yeah, it is.
Go ahead.
So what you try to do is like you try to like line up the limbs and any other like backpack or whatever. So you try to make an X shape, and you try what I try to do is I try to touch every corner of the frame. And if you do it right, it just looks right. Like your brain just knows like this like everything kind of flows into like a focal point. So it's like easy for your brain to process pretty much.
Yeah, guys, if you guys, like I said, go visit his website. He has a really cool guide. That's the first one that I ever looked at. With the help of Justin and with the help of Saint-ism's guide, I was able to learn how to take pictures a little bit. I still need to get a lot better, but he has a beautiful, detailed guide on how to take pictures, talking about X composition and converging lines and all of those things. I have that thing bookmarked, and I've had it bookmarked since I found your website, which I think is just amazing. But I'm just fanboying right now.
How did you find his website? How did you find his website?
So the way that I found his website, and it's really cool because I was just looking for photography. One of them, I didn't think immediately to look for Instagram for photos of Gunpla when I first began to actually get serious into the whole hobby scene. I looked it up online. I think in December I looked up how to take pictures or good Gundam photos, right? And one of the first things that came out was Saint-ism. And then I just looked into that guide and I bookmarked it and I showed it to Justin when I first met Justin. I'm like, hey, you got to look at the site. You got to look at Saint-ism. He's really good. And I know one of the OGs in our community that we've talked to before, even though we do have a lot of OGs, but one of them, Gundam Patrick, he knows who Saint-ism is, and he has him also, I think, featured on his website. And him and we had a really big talk about Saint-ism like 2 or 3 weeks ago when I was like, oh man, I really want to get Saint-ism on the show. And then boom, out of luck, I met Saint-ism on Reddit. And I got him on the show, and I went like, "Hey, Patrick, look who I got! I got Saint-ism." He's like, "Oh, one of the OGs," and he's like, "Yeah, dude." So yeah, his website is top notch. You know, you'll find a lot of information, a lot of inspirational things, honestly. You know, so go check it out. Go check it out, guys. But anyway, I'll let you keep talking. Let's go to number 11 over here.
Okay, so this was 20. I can't remember what I put. 2013, 2012.
I think so. Yeah.
Probably 2013. So this time I actually built my own light box. So this is the first time next step basically. So I built a light box out of a cardboard box. I cut 3 sides out, so one on each side and one for the top, and I draped some cloth over it and inside. And this is still using that same digital camera from 2009, but yeah, I feel like like I was starting to I want to get better and better at this kind of photography thing.
I mean, did you just cut out 3? Did you say you cut out only 3 pieces, the top and the sides of the light box, or did you also do the back side?
I left the back, I think. I mean, I think there's a picture later on the slides, but yeah, basically just 2 sides and the top, and the back is just like a cloth just draped inside.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I was about to say, because if this is the bag, I don't know why the bag looks white unless it's a white cardboard box.
It's a white cloth inside, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Did you use how many lights did you use?
So at this time, I think I was using either 2 or 3, so one on each side and one at the top.
Very nice. Yeah, that's the what is that? Is that the normal? Sorry.
That's the
go on.
right.
So this just goes to show that you don't really need a good camera to take good photos, as long as you know how to compensate your photos itself. As long as you have a clean backdrop, that's a start. Instead of having cutting mats and all that, like put a little bit more effort behind the scenes when you're taking the photo, and your photos itself would come out really, really good. Seriously, really, really good. You can make a light box out of anything, and there's tons of tutorial online.
Yeah, you don't even need a box. It's like some people they use they just bounce a light off like a cardboard, off like a white piece of cardboard.
Yep.
As long as you don't shine your light straight in, at your model, I think that you can actually, actually works.
Well, I actually shine my lights onto my model because I would like to get those shadows.
Yep.
The dramatic effect. Yeah.
Yeah, the dramatic effect. I mean, everybody has their own style of taking photos, right? So my style is pretty much like head on. I want to see shadows. Sometimes it's harsh. Sometimes it's soft. But it depends on how you manipulate the light. And dedicated lights for background, dedicated lights for foreground, and all that. There's a full flash of stuff, and you guys can just look it up online on how to take photos and follow Saint-ism.com as well. So
yeah, it's Saint-ism. Yeah.
Saint-ism. Saint what?
Saint-ism. It's ism.
Saint-ism.
Yeah.
Saint-ism.
Let me ask you, Saint, how did you get your name? I'm just curious.
So like in high school, you got like really generic nicknames, like based on whatever you're watching at the time. So like there's a lot of like Goku's or whatever, like when you're playing online games. So I just wanted something very generic, and I remember watching there was this movie back in 1996. It was just called The Saint. I'll just pinch that.
Oh.
But as you kind of get older, you want something a bit more like specific to yourself.
Uh-huh.
So like obviously when you go try to like sign up as Saint anywhere, it's like freaking taken, right? Because it's like so generic. So I was thinking, like, how do I make this a bit more like personal? And I was thinking like, have you ever played Street Fighter Alpha?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they've got like those ism systems, right? Like
Oh yeah.
V-ism. So I just thought, I'll just slap an ism on the end, and Saint-ism.
Well, it kind of sounds like a cult, like, yeah, I'm part of Saint-ism, I'm part of the Saint-ism
Gundam
cult.
cult. It's a Gundam cult.
It's like probably you go to saint-ism.com and you see him posing like this with the 7 chakras.
Yeah.
And you know something's going on over there. Man.
Yeah, it's a really cool name. Plus that sound ism, because I used to be an English teacher, and I love teaching that sound to my students. Ism, it's just a really nice sound in the English language. Is ism, right? Saintism just makes it sound really fancy and really cool. That's really cool, man. Guys, so one other thing is like the light box thing that we were talking about. I built a light box a long time ago, which I don't use anymore. I actually ended up breaking it up when I built my my booth to spray paint. I used some pieces from there, but a light box, right? The point of a light box is to help you diffuse light, right? So it doesn't go directly. That's why they were saying don't point. In this case, Saint says don't point your light directly at your model, because when you do that, you get a lot of harsh reflections and a lot of shadows, and sometimes it doesn't look good. It literally looks like it's something in your bedroom, right? But with the light box, you're able to diffuse light. Right. That's why, people like to take photos with the sunlight, because the sunlight is, scattered all over the place. It's not directly onto something. So you could look into a light box, do it yourself light box. You don't need to buy the $110 ones on Amazon or anything like that. You can just build one for cheap for like $20 if you want. So it is a really good method to kind of, archive and document your works. So yeah, I wanted to say that real quick so people know what it is, or why it is used, right? So on what else do we have here? We have the Quanta.
Quanta.
Yep. So
I will say that it's the accent.
That's me.
I'm sorry, man.
So that's the same light box, except this time I just used black cloth instead of white. And I think at this point I'm using one of those compact, it's like a Canon Power Shot, one of those small like form factor cameras.
Okay, Canon Power Shot, GX Power Shot.
The Power Shots.
I had that camera too.
I think everybody had one.
I had that one too. I mean, the one specifically, I remember I bought it because of Maria Sharapova or something like that, tennis player. She was having the Canon Power Shot, so I have to get the Canon Power Shot.
But they had a lot of publicity, man, and the Power Shot is just really popular. Even I think they still exist nowadays.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they do.
They do. Yeah, they still do. But anyway, the Quanta, this is beautiful. So this is with another camera, right? This is completely different.
Yeah.
And I think you have a cloth in the background this time, right?
So I switched that white one out for a black because I felt like I feel when you use white, it becomes like an echo chamber for the light. So it kind of washes everything else out.
Mm-hmm. So you want the backdrop to absorb the light instead of reflecting the light, because sometimes you get too much highlighting going on.
Yeah, and like if you put like a red suit inside a white box, like it kind of gives like a very warm like the red kind of reflects off the white.
Exactly.
You get, like,
it's a bit hard to control, so a lot of people opt for black instead of white. But white is achievable. White is easy to achieve if you want like a infinity background, right?
Yeah.
So if you're looking for infinity stuff, definitely white. But if you're going for black, then you're gonna get that really nice subtle gradient effect on your background. So yeah.
Yeah, if you want, maybe go for a very light gray instead of white.
But you guys, I mean, you did a great job doing this using cloth instead of paper, because I started with paper, and one thing about paper is pretty reflective.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Because the black paper is printed on, there's no naturally black paper. So black are printed on white, and it's pretty reflective. So you get like a highlight whenever the bands are, and then when you shine your lights on it, the bands will shine. So I switched to cloth, and even told Jess about it. And I just get yourself a cloth, and he went out and bought.
I did. I literally have one, right? Like the one that I use is the gray one. He was saying like a light gray. Oh no, I'm not in the picture right now. but the one that I got is this is the color that I use for mine, right? And the reason I like gray, like Justin told me, is that with gray, you can control what color comes out in the back. You can make it lighter, you can make it darker instead of, fighting with the color itself. But over here, you have a nice dark cloth. And to be fair, this shot looks so much better. It looks a million times better. So this is like when you were starting to get like really, really good, right?
Yeah, so like for every kit I build, I kind of reflect on what can be better. So like for this one, I still feel like the shadows are a bit too harsh.
Mm-hmm.
So I think for my next one, I added more lights, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, let's jump to slide 16 then.
Yeah, that's the money.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's the
there
money
it is.
stuff.
That's the iconic. Yeah, that's the iconic Saint-ism right there.
What's the money?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the chakras. Anyway,
So,
What's different here?
I think I actually had a new light box built for this build, because the cardboard box I was using was a bit too small, and when I put stuff on an action base, like stuff just you can see like the top of the box. So I asked my dad to actually build a wooden one for me.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
It's like a cube that's like 60 centimeters cubed. And you'll see it later, but basically I added like this time I'm using like 4 lights, so 2 at the top and 2 on each side.
Okay.
And-
okay. Time. Okay. Question time. Just one quick question. Time. Coach. All right.
You got 30 seconds.
What year was this?
What year is this? This is 2014, I think.
And you have stuck with this style ever since 2014, right? Basically, in how you took
Pretty much. I am still using the same light box. I just throw more lights whenever I feel things are getting a bit dark.
Yeah, it's just that you upgraded the camera, obviously, right?
Yeah, the camera's different. More lights, pretty much it.
All right, so we'll talk about the camera later. Okay, continue. Okay, time out. Off. Get back.
Time
Continue.
in.
Go back.
Time in.
Time in. That's how you do it?
Yeah.
No, it's like after a minute, there's no time in. I mean, like automatically. Back. Okay, go ahead.
Yep, there
Go
it
back in.
So
All right.
okay, so this is his iconic style. This is Saint-ism's iconic style. The reason I say that is when you go to his website, you'll see a lot of his pictures taken in this kind of method, right? Which I haven't seen a lot of people be able to replicate. It's really you can just see the whole. You can literally just black out like he does the background, and you literally just focus on the kit itself and the model, and you can see everything kind of just pop up against that background. So, what made you go for this dark? Like, how did you get to this style?
I don't know. I just felt when I used black, like I just felt like it worked very well for me. Like it was very like high contrast. You can see the colors. Yeah, I just really like that that kind of punchy image, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. It's really easy for you to color grade a black background as well because the color doesn't shift. Your background color doesn't shift whenever you change something like a warmer tone, and changing the hues and saturation. Background would mean black. That's the point.
Like the only disadvantage I find about shooting on black is that if you take like a dark colored kit, like a Blitz or like something like that, it's very hard to like distinguish from the background sometimes.
Yep. That's why you need additional lights from the back.
Pretty much.
With the popping of when you say the colors pop, we can see a really good example of this on number 17 with, I think this is the God Gundam.
Yep.
It's the Tri-Burning from Build Fighters.
Oh, then I'm completely wrong. Yeah, you can the whole fire and the orange really pops with that black, right? I mean, this is just this is. I mean, we're getting into the big things right here.
But more that I want to ask is not about the photography on this photo, but the pose. Dude, the pose is so good. So good. I mean, like, does it naturally? I mean, this kind of look like a Goku pose.
It is actually the Goku pose.
See?
Yeah.
See?
No.
Hands down.
But too bad the fingers couldn't be bent like this, right? Right? That's the Goku bend, the Goku bend. But this is actually really, really good. I mean, in terms of posing wise, and thank God that this model itself can hold up to its form, standing up like this.
I mean, it's struggling, but it's still standing. So like
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta let it stand for like 5 seconds. Okay, hold it there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, drop. Boom.
Boom. Yeah.
You know.
Just get the shot. Just get the shot.
Yeah, you just gotta get the shot. You just gotta get the shot.
No, your posting skills are stupid. Like they're stupid good, man. Like your photography, your posing. Like
I'm gonna quote you on that. Your posing are stupid.
Stupid good.
like look at that pose. I mean, I think you talk a little bit about posing on your guide. You talk a little bit about how to make like how just changing the way one limb from down to up can change the whole composition and make something look way better. I mean, your posing is just out of this world, man. It's really awesome.
I mean, I do a lot of internet searching, and there's like a couple of people in particular. So I don't know if you've heard of Lightning Ace. So he's a guy who lives in like Italy, and he pretty much is like the best Gundam poser on the internet, basically.
I'm writing this down. What is his name? Lightning Ace?
Lightning Ace.
Ooh, okay.
Yep.
Lightning Ace. Uh-huh.
And he's got a disciple called G Talia. He's on Facebook. So pretty much I save everything they do, and I keep it for future reference.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. I mean, a hero of my hero is a hero of mine. I'm gonna have to check this out because
Yep.
posing is one of those skills that isn't something you immediately get. You have to get for reference.
You
Like
have
were
to
saying.
have amazing patience for posing. Like you have to be really, really patient because you can move this arm and the leg's gonna go this way. Then you move it back and it goes over here. So you have to, I don't know, you gotta be really patient.
Yeah, and the thing is, when you do this kind of posing stuff, it only looks good from the angle you're trying to photography it. Take a picture of it at. Like if you actually turn it sideways, you'll see it looks like super goofy or
Yeah,
like
exactly.
what is this guy doing?
Exactly.
Oh, so
Especially on the XI itself, because I personally experienced it. It's so flat. XI itself, there's no backpack. There's nothing. It's just the GM drive, and the whole thing just look wow. You are flat.
Yeah, so you gotta use like the sword, you gotta use like the arms. You just gotta like arrange it in such a way that it actually looks like it's doing something.
Like the kneeling down pose that I did on my MG strike. That is actually very hard to achieve, and the leg itself. I mean, from that angle it looks nice, but from the back it just looks wonky. The whole butt is off. The whole butt is off. Exactly.
lump butt.
I remember when I first began this and I met Justin, I used to talk to him, and we still talk, obviously. Like we used to talk a lot more about posing and things, but nowadays he's just really, really busy with YouTube. But I remember, like, I used to tell him, like, hey, man, do you post your kits? And he's like, no. And he said it many times, right? When he finishes a kit, he literally just puts it there and it stays there, right? But one of the things that I love to do is I always love to grab my kits every once in a while, take them off their display and just post them around. And just posting is a really good skill, guys, to practice to make your work pop out, right? It's really good for photography. It's really good when you get it down. So check out these guys. If Saint-ism said that he's getting the reference from them, they're worth a look. It's Lightning Ace, you said, and Gitalia on Facebook.
Yeah, so I can drop links in the VOD once we're done here.
Yeah,
All right,
appreciate
cool.
it.
Yeah,
I
sounds
opened up.
really good.
It's a blogspot.com.
Yeah.
Back in the old days, man. Old days.
Nice old days.
Blogspot.com. Everybody has a blogspot.
Everybody back then had one. I was thinking actually about creating a blog, but I don't know.
Do it.
I don't know.
Do it.
Do it, man. You could be. Dude, we got Saint. Now we got Jesus.
Man,
The holy
that's really
blog.
cool. It's really
Jesus.
to all of this, man. I know you guys. I don't know if you guys can tell because I'm always very talkative, but like I'm very excited to have. His name is Chris, by the way. But we have a
Best name ever.
So that's gimmick.
If I was saying, if not, we gotta be like, yo, what's up, Asian Chris? And then be like, both of you answering what?
I'm half, so
What's up, half Asian Chris?
there you go.
Exactly. So we decided to call him Saint instead.
So one of the other poses that I want to get to real quick is on number 20, slide number 20.
Oh yeah.
So on slide number 20, this post and this photography right here, right? This looks again like kind of like the X kind of thing, but I don't know what you would call this. So what can you say about this one? over here, Saint?
This one's more like an arrow, I think. So it's like an arrow pointing to the left.
There it is.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
So how difficult is it to get these kind of things? Like you said, you need you said you need a certain angle in order for it to make it look good, right? So it doesn't look wonky.
Yeah.
Do you use your eyes? Like obviously you use your eyes, but is it like kind of like I want it to be this way right here, or do you take a lot of pictures from different angles?
So I kind of have a pose in mind, and then I go like take a picture of it, and then when you're doing this, you kind of gotta use the viewfinder to sort of like adjust things just so it looks right.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
So this is how you-
okay, one thing I always do is like, okay, whenever you have a model in front of you, and then once you took the photo from the front, try taking photo a bit downwards, a bit upwards, a bit on the left, a bit on the right,
Angle.
and then sometimes you'll discover a gem. It's like, dude, this photo looks really good from this side, yo. Like, damn, look at that truck, yo. You know, sometimes you discover the angle out of nowhere. You know, like as soon as you start taking. So I don't really like using tripod. I go freeform, just like a real photographer, like during a model shoot, right? Just go
Do you wear
here,
pants?
there, where about.
Do you wear pants? Since you're in your house.
Sometimes.
That's how you get that nice squat going, huh? No resistance.
Yeah, it's that nice breeze. That nice breeze.
I can see it, like mentally see it right now. I quit. Oh,
Oh God!
I could pick up a cable with my butt crack.
oh my God.
Yeah, watch Saint just leave. He's just gonna exit out.
End call.
Oops. Okay, I'm sorry.
It's all good. So so going back to Saint on slide 21, you have the unicorn here, but these obviously you used a certain kind of light or something to get this effect.
Yeah. So those Bandai psycho frames, they're actually UV reactant. So if you've got a black light, you can actually just shine it on and it kind of glows.
Wow.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Okay, wow! This one is new.
GTS
So the
exclusive.
cycle frame itself. So the cycle frame itself is literally out of the box. Is it UV reactant?
Yeah, it does. Even beam savers, beam savers, they kind of glow when you shine a black UV light on them.
Ooh.
Damn. Disassemble my money checker.
No, because I'm kind of a standstill because so Shane here, you know the owner of the house, he has this big black UV light, backlight.
Ready
I'm
go
gonna have
get
to
it.
try it out.
You ready
I'm gonna have to try it out.
What I found
I'm
was
about
that
to go get it in the garage.
you actually need to get very close in order for it to actually activate, and glow. So that was one of the problems I had when I was taking pictures of this kit. I had to do like one with the UV light on, and like you can actually see the UV light in the picture, and then I had to take a normal one, and then I had to like combine the two in Photoshop basically
Oh.
to get that picture.
So for that kind of shot, you literally need a tripod because you cannot move the camera, not even by one inch. You know,
Pretty
Because,
much,
you know,
yeah.
Your composition will just run off. You get doubles instead. You're doing a double exposure. So
Yep.
this is what we call a double exposure technique in photography, where you combine, when you overlay. Sometimes like in order to get a really nice. This is before HDR was born. Right nowadays, our phones we have this thing called HDR, right? High definition, whatever shit, right? So
High
what
dynamic
it does is like, yeah, high dynamic range. So what it does is that it takes like within that second when you click the button, it takes like 7 or 14 pictures depending on the phone itself, and then you just combine all the pictures together because those pictures were taken in a different exposure to capture from the top to the bottom. For example, you want to get a nice sunset background, right? When you're taking a photo of the wife, but too bad the light is from the back. So what about the front, right? So the phone itself, it takes a different exposure and then combine it. This is a technique that Saint-ism, right? When creating this kind of shots. So guys, if you guys want to try something like that, definitely go for it. It's very fun to do when you do it manually, and you'll be like, wow, I can do that, right? And then you start exploring more and more options in the future, and then this is how you get good, basically. You just got to try, you know.
And how did you figure out this UV thing?
I think I saw it on Google somewhere. Or it was like someone was using like a UV light to like just light up the beam sabers. So I thought like it works on the. I thought it might work on the like these clear parts as well.
Mm-hmm. Wow, I didn't know that. Thank you for that. This is a GTS exclusive, right?
Yep.
Yeah, even slide number 22, we can see how beautiful. I mean, one has pose like always. Look at that pose. Okay, slide number 22. But then you also got the UV lights around there. This is just beautiful work. This is beautiful work. Then we have we head over to number 23, and we have the little core Gundam, right?
Yeah. So this is like a little fun bit. It was So you remember back in the day when big is better? Now small is the best.
Bigger is better, but small is the best.
His pocketbook thanks him. I'm wasting all that paint on the PG.
So okay, one question for you on this build itself. What about the light, the eyes? Because I'm struggling with the eyes. I don't put LEDs because I don't have access to it. So what are the options for lighting up the eyes? For me personally, I use Photoshop sometimes, especially on my GM because it's just so dim. But what about in this picture? Did you do something to the eyes?
I get asked this a lot. How do I paint eyes? I actually don't. I just use a sticker, literally, and it's the light off my booth that's giving it that nice shine.
That's it. I stopped painting my eyes. I started using stickers on my stripe, and it works great.
Seriously, I like the foil stickers. That's it though.
I mean, yeah,
on the eyes,
on the eyes, but a lot of people, if you put on the foil stickers and like, for example, you have like a kit, you want to put the light, like an LED in its helmet, you don't go for the foil stickers, right?
Yeah. You can, if you're doing an LED, you can't put stickers on, obviously. But even then, I feel like an LED, it's like sometimes the light is a bit weird, like it's
harsh.
Yeah, it's a bit harsh. I don't know how to explain it. It's like even it just doesn't look natural sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Whereas it depends on how the person do it. I mean, like our previous guest, Gundam Guardian, he did a lot of LEDs as well.
Yep.
And his LEDs are really good, as well as Paul Holmes, right?
Yeah, Paul. Yeah, Paul on his double Z.
His LEDs are really good. His LEDs are really good as well. It depends. I mean, the trick itself is to get the brightness correct, because out of the box, the LEDs tend to be more bright than it should be for our use, right? So you gotta put some resistors down and just tone it down a bit on the light itself.
I think it's all about technique, because I've seen people put LEDs, but inside of the helmet, they kind of coat it a little bit and paint it inside so the light doesn't completely bleed out, which is why I feel maybe it looks unnatural, and then just make like the main source of the light coming out through the eyes, right? But going back to Saint, I mean, yeah, your eyes, especially on this one, they look amazing. Yeah, they're shining and they look alive, right?
Saint, your eyes are beautiful.
Oh,
engine eyes.
I just want to apologize for Justin again.
No, you know what? Justin is racist. Ignore him. And Justin is racist towards his race. That's the part.
No.
So, dude, I can be racist to Chinese. I'm okay because I'm Chinese.
Yeah, it makes sense. I can be racist to Mexican because I'm Mexican. Yeah, it makes sense.
Just like Russell Peters, right? So he only jokes about Indians.
Yeah, well, it's all in good fun, right? So
yeah, come on, don't take it seriously.
So one thing,
No, go ahead.
One thing that I feel is overlooked in these pictures is how you actually added the prop into the photos, right? A lot of people don't do that, but you, especially on the second photo to the right, with the core, and what is that? Is that is that his armor?
Yeah, that's just his armor. That can when it's not used as just the plane.
That's the Jupiter, right?
Yeah, that's the V2.
V2.
Yeah.
Yeah. You kind of added it in, and it looks really nice. I don't see a lot of people adding in that part. They just take a picture of the kit, but they leave out the little spaceship, right?
It looks really good in the back.
Yeah, is it sold separately?
No, it's like all in one. I mean, you got to buy like in this particular case, you got to buy like the weapon separately, but you get that little plane that comes with it comes with the kit, and then when you can actually take off the armor and combine it into like a bigger, like an actual big.
So you actually combines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it actually combines.
Oh wow! But I don't know why people keep taking pictures of the core itself only without the armor.
It's fun. It's fun.
It's a very good kit. I mean, it's just so simple and it's like very easy to build, and it's very cheap. So that's why it's like universally loved by anyone who's built it.
Okay, so you think that this should be one of the best kits to recommend for beginners? Because I mean, personally, I believe that all of us do get a lot of questions about, dude, what is the best kit for beginner? What is the best kit for beginner? I mean, that question itself is kind of annoying. So, would you say that, because I haven't built this kit itself, so I wouldn't know. But would you say that this kit could be the answer that I'm looking for? Whenever
Yeah,
I'm answering these
get
questions?
the Earth Tree, get the Earth Tree Gundam. So that's like the blue, like the standard in the standard Gundam colors. So it's got a lot of play options. So I feel it's like a very good beginner kit.
Cool, thank you, man. You just saved my day, bro. Because I get that question all the time, and I just don't know what to answer because I never built high grade before, right?
Oh,
So,
dude, you're missing out. So good.
Yeah,
I tell people buy whatever you like. Just buy whatever Gundam you like the look of, and just get that one.
yeah, I answered that too. I answered that kind of too. I mean, I answered that kind of answers too. I mean, like, just do whatever you want, and then there will be a second question. But what to get? But
I mean,
what to get?
even Saint started out with fucking PG,
I
dude.
know, yeah. Like,
He literally likes the strike. He's like, I'm buying the 160. Perfect is perfect, right? I mean,
Yeah, perfect is the
I-
best.
I'll go with Chris. I'll go with Chris on this one. You know, just buy whatever you like. You know, as long as it works. But this little guy, I've seen the core Gundam. I remember when I first started buying kits. One of my good friends, Chris. Oh, another Chris. he
We're
was the one who
everywhere.
got me into Gundam a lot. He basically was like, "Hey, buy the core," but I was like, "Nah, it's too tiny. I don't like it." But now that I see some, you know, especially Saint building it, and I saw his blog post on it and his review. And it looks really cool with the armor on it. It looks really cool. The armor on it looks really awesome.
there's
But
a
the
white
little
one that
Gundam-
looks really good. Like it's all white, looks really good.
Yeah, it's a cool little kit. I like. Isn't that the one you have, Chris? The one that you put on your like PG and you make it look like it's cradling a baby?
Yeah, I have the Earth Tree one. It was like $12, I
awesome.
think. So I was like, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so cheap. It's like you'd be missing out if you didn't try it at least once.
Oh man,
Okay.
I've been missing out.
So I bought the core Gundam. I put all the armor on, and I just took all the armor off, and I just keep it as the core because I don't know, it's fun. It's just I don't know. It's like a baby Gundam.
And Chris used to hang it by his divider.
Oh, yeah, he used to hang it in the back of his wall. He used to have a little wall. He'll just hang there. It's a little cute one. All right.
Listen,
Anyway,
alright.
going back to your stuff. So you don't only paint Gundams, right? You have over here the what is this one on number 24?
Oh, it's the
Figure
Diver
outs.
Nami from the Divers game. So like for quite some time, I've sort of been meaning to try like stuff like frame arm skills,
Uh-huh.
but I was always
what are those? What are those?
so they're like kits made by Kotobukiya, and it's basically like they've got this line called frame arms, and it's basically their own line of like 30-minute missions.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it's basically like Kotobukiya's own line of like customizable mecha, but they've got like girl versions of it. So it's like a mecha girl basically.
Okay. So you can customize these girls as well.
Yeah, you can. So you can swap out the armor. You can give them different weapon sets from each kit.
So okay. So are they as elaborate as the Gundam? I mean, as in the backstory?
No, it's just like a cash grab basically. It's a very big cash grab from Kotobukiya.
Okay, but I mean, these figures look pretty good, man. But if I started getting all this, I think my wife would look at me different. So I can't. I'm sorry, man. As much as I want to try, I can't.
Start hoarding your waifus. You know, your wife starts looking at you weird from all the anime. Yeah.
Exactly.
There's a really cool one that Paul got. I think it's the Ludens girl from Death Stranding.
With the red
It's
one?
like a kid.
Yeah, it's made by the same. It's made by Kotobukiya as well, and basically that it's using that same kind of technology like for that kit.
Okay,
Oh.
cool.
Very nice. Yeah, it looks really cool. All right, so
Yeah.
on 25, we have this really cool kit to the left and this other one to the right. I think this is what to the right. I think this is an example of what you said is difficult about photographing with like a dark background, right? With a dark kit.
Yeah, so the blitz is black, so obviously it might it kind of blends into the black background if you don't light it properly.
Mm-hmm. So you can see that difference compared to like the neon colors on the left, right? What kit is the one on the left?
That is the Shia Quanta. Again, it's from Build Fighters.
Mm.
So
All right, because
Shia. So they have a girl now.
yeah, because there's even a
Basically.
there's a Sasabi girl, right? Like a Sasabi female one from Build Fighters 2 or something.
Yeah.
Sazabi with the E. Sazabi. E.
Oh my god.
It literally, yeah, there's a Sasabi woman, like female kit or whatever from Build Fighters. I remember seeing that the other day. I was like, wait, what the hell am I looking at?
I gotta
But
get,
it looks
that,
pretty
I gotta get the
cool.
money.
You like,
It's not
you know,
with thin legs, so it kind of looks.
You know,
looks
like-
like
the thing is that I was originally gonna have my wedding, right, within this year, but because of the COVID thing, and then and then it was canceled, and then obviously I was looking for like two Gundams, right, one girl and one boy, and they always have this the origin and the Shia girl or whatever of the Gundam girl, right? And
everyone uses Nobel Gundam from.
The Nobel Gundam. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I don't really like that design, but I didn't know about Shia Gundam that could pair up with Quanta. So right now, on top of my cake, I'll have two Quanta.
Oh.
Yo, customized.
No, wait, there's a Miss Sasabi, dude.
No, but I don't like Sazabi. Sazabi is a villain on a wedding. Come on.
Come on, man, it's Char. Char is the best, dude.
Wow, your wife's gonna let you
No.
do that? You're lucky.
Dude, yeah, it's like a surprise for her.
Oh,
No, she
yeah.
knows. She's watching. She knows. It's a surprise. She's literally right next to him.
No, she's still in bed. I think she's still
asleep.
But anyway,
She's got her eyes open. She's like, oh hell no, I'm not having Quanta.
You'd be like all the way up here, right?
exactly, man, exactly. So you know the figures of the man and the wife on the top of the wedding cake. I was thinking of doing Gundams instead. Two Gundams with the same wedding theme. You know? So that's the thing. And I was looking for a girl one, and now Saint-ism just showed this. I'm like, whoa, okay, I could do this right now.
Get too cool.
And the
He
wedding
even
cake.
put, he even put like the
Sorry?
female pose on, like, you know, one of those like anime girl female
What?
pose, you know, like the butt sticking out. Like,
Yeah.
Hey,
Sorry,
you
man.
gotta do it, man. You gotta do it all the way.
It looks good. It looks good. And the green itself,
really good.
is that the original color, or did you customize it?
That's the original color.
Wow.
Except I made the side skirts are like white. I just changed them to orange.
Yeah, way better.
Dude, that's a really good green that you got. It's somehow like
turquoise, right?
It's like a seafoam green, turquoise-ish.
A little bit of mint.
Right.
I can't remember. But, I write down all my color mixes, so it's probably in my blog somewhere.
Sure, I'll look it up. That green is awesome.
yeah, it is really awesome. And then you talk about green, you have his Buster, right? This is the Buster on number 26.
Oh yeah.
So
It's a beautiful-
those full Gundam C kits probably like up there in my all-time favorites, and the Buster's probably like my favorite out of a lot.
Okay.
This is back in like 2015, I think. So you can see like the picture quality is like, you know, it's a bit fuzzy because I'm still using like the power shot back in the day.
So you've been using that for over 10 years.
So I got a 700D, the Canon, in like 2015. So
Okay.
yep. And then a couple of years later, I bought like the macro lens, the 60 millimeter.
Macro lens. That's the lens to use, bro. The 16 millimeter macro lens from Sigma.
Between these pictures.
Are you using the one from what 16 millimeter? No. Sorry, I just got carried away. Sorry. That's not from Sigma.
Somebody asked on the chat real quick, what was the name of the female one that you built? It's the Shiquanta?
The green one or the one before that?
The Quanta woman.
It's the Shia Quanta.
The Shia Quanta. There you go.
Yeah,
There
Stephen
you go.
Hill.
Stephen Hill.
Yeah, he loves.
Yeah, Stephen
those.
Hill's one of the OGs. Stephen Hill, shout out to you, boy. Yeah, it is the Shia Quanta. Very nice. Yeah, the Buster is a really cool one, but then you over here on 27, you have my boy, the Dual Gundam.
It's growing on me a lot.
Yo, the Dual is sick,
Yeah, it's
dude.
another one of my favorites because, you know, it's got like the armor parts that you can
Yeah.
like, take on. and like it's a bit of a shame when you put it on because it kind of like the duel by itself actually it's got this like simplistic beauty about it.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, I told Chris about that because I just built it like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. I built it and I haven't done anything to it because I'm planning to buy a resin conversion kit for it. That's out there that's really good. It makes him look really, really sick, really awesome. But yeah, the dual Gundam definitely looks cool. But I do agree with you. I feel like without armor, it's still a really awesome kit. But even with the armor, I used to hate the armor. But when I built it and I put the armor on, it looks beautiful. I just keep it with the armor on now, all the time.
Yeah, and like the kind of sad thing is once you put it on, if you paint your kit, it's like you can't really take it off again because it scratches all the parts off.
Yeah.
Same. Quick question time. What's your take on weathering? Because I don't see any weathering.
Good question. Because like my original like vision of building Gundam was like just copy manual, so that's all I've ever tried. I did try to weather once, just so like I can tick the box basically.
Okay.
But what I found was that it's like a never-ending story. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen like tutorials on how people draw art. So
yeah,
like about like an hour to the video, I was like, oh, that looks good, I'm done. And then I see like the video goes for like another 8 hours. It's like, what? It's like, you can just keep going forever and ever and ever. It's, I'll put an oil stain here. I'll just make the feet a bit more dusty, and like you can end up going for like days. And I feel like that kind of workflow, it's like it's the feedback loop isn't fast enough for me to like kind of enjoy that.
Okay, I totally understand that. Because I have a friend who's a professional painter, and we used to stay together. I mean, we used to live in a house together, so he was my housemate. And 3 a.m. up in the morning, you can see him waking up out of nowhere, took back his painting that he painted 2 days ago, and start adding details on it. And I'm like, dude, what you doing? Dude, I just woke up. I got inspiration right now. Stop. So he just started like drawing details, and it wasn't done on a piece of table or anywhere. He was just squatting down, like middle down the hallway because he hang his art over there, right? So he just took it down on and then just put it on the floor. And then just start drawing over there. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? What you doing, man? No, I just got inspiration. I gotta do this. Like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, you'll see him doing this kind of shit. I totally get what you mean, saying. Like, yeah, it's a never-ending thing.
Never-ending story. Like, you can never do anything stuff. It's like the artist syndrome, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like final, like like my Gundam final, and then like final. Like you keep saying the file name gets longer.
Yeah. It's like
I'm sorry, but this reminds me of Gundam Merpad. He got the artist.
Yeah, the revision, the final.
Exactly. Like Gundam Merpad, he'll have the final revision, and then final revision V2, V3, and then the final revision. Exactly.
Well,
so
weathering is really weathering is just one of those things that a lot of people are kind of scared to do, but when you do it, and just really bring something else to the kit. But I mean, even for that, your painting style is very consistent. You do like to do a lot of post shading, right? And it looks really good.
Yeah, it's a combination of like post and pre shading. I kind of get confused between the terms nowadays because it's kind of one of the same for me now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Oh, well, go ahead, Justin.
No, okay. So what about techniques of pre shading? Like I mean, your pre shading is like literally very good. I mean, like I would say hands down, it's a Gunpla. Like probably up to the same part. Like seriously, it's so good. It's so good. The pre-shading part is really good. I mean, it's a Gunpla. His pre-shading is a little bit more subtle. So it's a bit more subtle, but yours is a bit more prominent, obviously. And then I want to ask. I mean, okay. For example, you got on the dual Gundam itself. Let's move on to the next picture.
Oh no! Oh man, this is it. This is the masterpiece, man.
Oh fuck! Sorry.
You gotta wait, man. You got trigger happy over here.
It's fine. This is the masterpiece, dude.
Trigger happy. Look at that. Shut up, yo.
This is the kid that made me fall in love with his work. I mean, the photography and the work and the everything on this kit that Saints did on it. It's the best full armor. This is the one that made me say, I want the full armor Gundam. I want the full armor Gundam. It's because of Saint and the way that he painted it, the way that the picture is at. He uses this in his tutorial to talk about how to take pictures. And it's just, this is the first one you see when you go to his website. And I love this. I mean, I really love this piece, but I'll let you talk. Sorry, Justin. I just needed to fanboy about that real quick.
No, it's okay. So about let's say we got the orange and we got the red on the shield, right? So do you use this? Do you use a darker shade of red and a darker shade of orange to do pre-shading, or is it just black?
So my style's kind of changed over the years. So for red, so back in the day when I did this red, I would paint the piece entirely in black first, and then what I would do is I would take white and sort of like shade over it, so at least you get like this nice white base with like the black shadows on the edges, and then you sort of mist the red over. And then what happens is like you get that nice sort of shadow, mid-tone, and highlight created by that white over the black.
So this is your latest method, right?
Yeah, except I don't do black anymore because like sometimes the shadow is a bit harsh. So what I do is I just go with red, and then I add yellow and white, and then I shade over that.
Oh,
yeah, because his style of shading. Sorry, Jeff.
I'm sorry, because I mean, like shading itself, it's kind of like unknown territory for me personally, and I believe a lot of builders out there as well. I mean, like I really like pre-shading shading type. We have highlights, seams, and cracks, and all that. And Chris has done a really good job of that. But I've never actually got the time to sit down and experiment on this method. So
it's easy.
So
chicken.
Damn,
look at that truck, bro. Look at that truck.
I told you like 2 months ago to do it. I was like, it's not hard. Like,
hey, pre-shading. Okay, so no, sorry. Go on, Saint.
Yeah, so I mean, if you've ever painted like white over gray primer, what you essentially do is you just paint the edges less than the middle, and then that's like the beginnings of shading, right? So you can just try that next time you're painting white. You just paint the edges less than like the center of each panel, and then you just sort of slowly blend it in so it's not so harsh.
Yeah.
So I feel like once Justin learns pre-shading, it's over.
Why?
You're gonna go to the next level. Like, gonna like, psh.
Well, pre-shading.
Look at that truck, yo! Look at that truck.
That badass truck. Yeah.
So I was talking to my wife about this earlier. We were kind of looking at it's a Gunpla's work on Instagram, and I was telling her how Saint was going to be on the show today, and I showed her his work, and she's like, "Oh, so this is literally why these two guys are your heroes. It's because they literally almost have the same style of painting, just that it's a Gunpla is subtle, just like Justin said. It's subtle, a little bit darker, but Saint goes more into the territory of instead of shading and pre-shading, it becomes more of a little bit of highlighting instead of pre-shading. And I was like, hey, holy shit, you're right. So I guess that's kind of like what I look for in somebody who paints, and that's why for my first paint job and my only paint job up to now, I try to do pre-shading. And it just, I mean, the way that you do it is just very one of a kind. You kind of make all these colors pop. And what I just wanted is the full armor is one of the best pieces that you've done. I mean, all of your works are masterworks, but this is just beautiful. And I know that you talked about it on your blog, as you said this was one of your favorite kits to build, right?
Yeah, it was. It's actually like I think it was like one of the last kits I did before my son was born. So it's like it's got like the double meaning, like for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
I remember you said
it just happened that I got the money shot again with that that nice that nice picture. Like,
I mean, it's an amazing picture. It's the best picture out there of the full armor Gundam. Don't at me, It's literally the best picture along with like 29. Just you can see the full armor Gundam. It's all in all its glory. When you look at the full armor Gundam when it comes out of the box, it doesn't look as pretty as it does on this picture. So this is the kind of picture that Bandai would put out in the manual, kind of like baiting you to buy the kit. And you buy the kit and it's super like dark and like monochrome. Yeah, and then you put on these highlights and then you make it this beautiful piece of art. So really congratulations on that kit, man. I mean, I know you don't need to hear it from me, but it's amazing. It's beautiful work.
Thanks.
You don't need to
Beautiful
hear it
work,
from him, but he just needs to say it, man. So take it.
I do, man. I mean, I'm so happy to be on the show. Everybody in our Discord and people who know me like know how much I like Saint's work, and it's just awesome to
Have
people armor.
you sold that kit, or do you still do you display it in your house?
I've sold that particular one only because like I feel I can do it better now. So in sometime in the future, we just repaint it again and just keep it for myself.
Definitely.
I don't keep my kits at all, bro. I don't keep my kits at all as well because as a seasoned builder, you just can't keep that much of stuff.
You just like the journey.
Yeah, I just like the journey, like
I
walking
would
1,000
never give away
miles,
my kids, man.
like racing fast, like, and then I'm homebound.
The thing is, like, you run out of space. Like all my stuff is sitting in that closet over there. Like I don't even have a glass case, so everything's just sitting in that closet. And I'm starting to run out of space.
Exactly, man. Me too. We're having the same problem.
That's why I got my kids randomly over there. Got out of space too.
No,
Man. You don't have a garage anymore.
I miss my garage, dude. Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, man. Where'd you gotta put that truck, yo?
We're gonna put my truck.
No, I have no. It's about space. I just couldn't. I could never turn away my kids. I just want to keep them all. But anyway, let's keep going on because I mean he has a lot of work here. Let's go on to 30 to 31. I think.
Yeah, this
is the
Yakushiki.
Yep.
This build is like Gundam Guardian. You know, like every time I look at Yakushiki, it never takes my mind off Gundam Guardian. I don't know why. I have related him to Gundam Guardian. Right? I mean, but your take itself. I mean, what's the inspiration behind this take?
I mean, this is the this is the Hyakushiki Crash. It's actually a P Bandai kit. So it's based off the Hyakushiki, but yeah, this is the out of box colors, but it's just got they just modified it to make the arms and legs a bit longer, and it's got that big like a slightly different head and like that big gun basically. But this is like just out of box colors.
All right. So one thing is that do you consider yourself like somehow like a purist where you don't change out the color that much?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Like if there's like a particular, I might change like a color of, like one or two parts, but I wouldn't. I'm not a guy that sort of like likes to experiment with like brand new color schemes because I feel like I want to capture the original look first, and then maybe if I want to do an original, I'll build it again down the line.
Mm-hmm. Totally get it. So you're telling me that P Bandai of this Hyakushiki Crash, I mean, out of the box, the color scheme itself is that good.
Yeah, it's that dark gray, black, and like a silverish, like frame, I guess.
I mean, what's the inner frame? The color that you paint that inner frame
on? So that is SMS stainless steel.
Ooh.
So
wow.
So if you just lightly mist it over a gloss black, it looks very shiny. So it's like, and you can't see the flakes at all. So it's like very it's like the closest thing I've got to like a very shiny metallic outside of like those like really expensive Mr. Color and like Alclad.
Mm-hmm. I gotta talk to SMS already. For the viewers out there, if you guys don't know, SMS is Australian paint brand.
Yeah, he's based in Australia. He's actually a Gundam model. He goes by the Ghost of Zeon. He's like one of the very OG like Gundam.
Yeah, I know. I follow him on IG. I follow him on Instagram as well. Zeon. Zeon. Exactly. So, for those who do know, the SMS is a local manufacturer for paint in Australia, and I heard a lot of good stuff about it. And I really want to import some of this paint to Malaysia. But I know it's going to be pricey, but given that the quality that I'm going to get, it's probably going to be worth it.
It'll be worth it.
Mm-hmm. The stainless steel and the silver, like they're very good. Like those are my go-to for like those particular kind of colors.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. Very, very cool. I really like this.
Let's go down to his RX-78 on slide 36, which is another. The reason I chose this right now is to go back to the comment that Justin said, about being a purist, kind of keeping the same colors. But I think you can kind of appreciate his highlighting and appreciating a lot more in this picture with this original, right? RX-78. Is this the origin version or is this 3.0?
This is the 3.0 with the
This is
funky
3.0.
hand. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
What's
That's a very.
I can't tell the difference. What's the difference between 2.0 and 3.0?
Oh, the 3.0, it just looks like the statue in Odaiba.
Uh-huh.
The 2.0 looks like it came out straight out of the anime. So it's like got very like curved design and all that.
Oh.
And the origin has got like the shoulder cannon and it's like a bit beefier than the 3.0.
I see. Okay, cool. All right.
And then
I'm
you
sorry.
said you paint, but you also paint with acrylics, right? Oh, well, your last one with acrylics was on number 38, which is your double Zeta, right?
Yeah, so like one of the last few kits I was using acrylics, that double Zeta. And before up till like 2018, I was actually using like all acrylic paint, and there was a lot of challenges using it. Like basically after I finished painting, I'd like leave the parts to dry for like a week before I would even do like decals or anything.
Why?
Really?
Did you experience a bad experience before?
Yeah, so like if you use masking tape on an acrylic before it's fully dried, it like kind of leaves a residue on it.
Uh-huh.
And if there's any errors, so basically like it's a pain in the ass to like strip the paint and start over.
Yep, it is. It is. Especially
Whereas
when you
now-
have multiple.
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. And then like you gotta wait another week for it to dry properly after that.
Okay, but is there a way? Did you explore on the drying process of like maybe like a dry box, like maybe an incubator or something like that? Did you explore that option?
Not really. I mean, I did try sort of using like a heater nearby, like,
Mm-hmm.
but that wasn't entirely practical because like you're gonna leave the heater on all day just to dry a couple of parts. Like,
Okay, so because I saw some Japanese guy on the YouTube channel where he would use like an incubator style to
Yeah.
like, literally just incubate the paint itself to cure it instead of drying it. Literally just cure it to the roots, right? So that's how they do it so fast. But the reason is that why one of the reasons why you switched to lacquer instead?
what happened was I kind of got sick of like stuff like orange peel,
Okay,
and
I hate
I
orange
felt
peels.
yeah, I hate orange peel. Like I spent like months just trying to like figure out how
Yeah.
pretty much. And then like one day I just got fed up and I was like I'll figure out everything I need to do to like make sure I can paint lacquers and not die.
Mhm. But lacquers are some people define lacquers to be like a bit too smelly.
Yeah, that's the
Right.
thing. So like for me that was always the concern when I was using like that was stopping me from going to lacquers. Like it stinks basically. You can't paint in a room. So I paint in my garage now, like outdoors basically.
Nice.
Yeah, I paint on
I
my
wish I had a
porch.
garage. Yeah, he paints on the balcony, bro.
Yeah, the balcony. I'm on the fourth floor on the balcony, just.
Imagine if it's freezing out. Dude, what happens when it comes to winter?
I have like 3 space heaters. That's what I did in my garage. I just had space heaters on me, like one behind me and one
Yeah,
on the
but
side.
what about now? You're painting outdoors right now. You gotta be on your fur coat.
I'm
And
It's sunny out there right now. Well, it was raining, but Atlanta gets pretty hot.
oh, it's gonna
but
be like
don't you guys get cold? No?
nah, not really. I mean, we'll get
No,
like
Atlanta, no.
for like
Atlanta's the South, bro.
maybe for like a week,
Oh,
2 weeks. I might get snow once a year for like one day. That's about it.
is that snow or hail?
It's snow for like it snows like 3 inches, and the next day it's gone. So it's nothing.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
dude.
Yeah, it's nothing
Yeah,
serious.
Yeah, it's not
pretty
like
cool.
Canada. It's not like Canada. Like we got what was in January. We have minus 40 degrees Celsius here where I live.
So I don't know if you
So-
remember.
Minus 40.
Back in 2014, we had 3 days of snow, and it shut the whole entire city down.
Yeah, because Atlanta isn't ready for that snow, man. They weren't built for snow.
We were shut down for 3 days straight. I remember my boss, he got stuck on the highway for 18 hours. Like, he couldn't get off the highway. He was just stuck on the highway.
Because there's too much snow going on, right?
No, he was stuck up with all the cars around him. Like, all the cars were just stuck on the highway. Like, they couldn't move. Your car was just stuck in the middle
Yeah.
of the highway.
18 hours?
Yep.
That's crazy, bro. So Oh man, I could imagine the shit that he went through, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like literally the shit,
And
the shit that he went.
he was my boss, so you know I know he was going crazy because he was Mr. Money Man, so I know he was. Yes.
Crazy shit,
But-
man.
All things considered, your acrylic double Zeta is really beautiful. But now we have the perfect grade X here, right?
Yeah.
Yep, that's the perfect grade X here. That was actually you mentioned before. I don't do custom builds, so this one's actually a commission for a client.
It looks really good, dude. I really like the color.
Looks
It's
sick.
hot.
The arms are different in color, right?
Yeah, so the client wanted like an asymmetrical color scheme. So he said, "Oh, I want one arm to be white and one shoulder to be like gray." And I was like, "Is this gonna work?" And I think it actually does, but I feel like if one shoulder was actually red instead of gray, that would be like super good.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little bit of more contrast.
Yeah,
It would
So
have
this
been
is
nice.
this is with the LED kit, right?
yeah. Well, you can put an LED, but I just left like the client didn't want it, so I just left it as is.
Yeah, extra $100.
Okay, cool.
It's a lot of money still.
It's basically
So
extra
now
$100.
So guys, now we're gonna move on to just a little bit of slides on how Saint is able to take these pictures. He sent some pictures over to us of his light box, which is the wooden one that he was talking about, the one that his father built him. So on slide 41, these are the lights you
UV
use
light.
to make your unicorn glow, right? Your UV lights.
Yep. So those are the black lights. I just picked them up at the the local hardware store, and
Mhm.
in this particular shot, I'm just trying to like activate the UV light, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to really get to that close, huh?
Yeah, because like I found that if it wasn't this close, it just doesn't like you just get this blue tint. It has to be really close for it to like activate that sort of bright glow.
Cool. Definitely.
Yeah, I
got
mean,
it.
That's amazing.
It looks
And when you,
awesome.
when you get it this close, a lot of people will be put off by just how annoying the lights in, but you gotta just keep in mind that you're doing this to get the double exposure, right?
Yep.
So the rest of the stuff doesn't really matter.
Yeah, pretty much like so that one picture of the UV light, you just want that sort of like the bright blue parts,
Yep.
and then you just take those parts and you sort of merge them back into the original image.
This is a very good, cool technique, guys. This is exclusive. I mean,
And this is just like practical special effects, like what filmmakers and stuff used to do back in the day.
That's cool.
Yep.
Exclusive.
That's really cool.
Look at that.
It looks sick, man. It looks awesome.
Yeah, man. And look at that box, bro. That box is big, man. Huge.
Yeah, it's huge.
Even. It's not even big. It's huge.
It's like
I feel it's not big. I feel it's actually not tall enough. Like I feel like if you do certain low shots, like you can still see the top of the booth, especially if you're using stuff in an action base.
So what about the fast? I mean, the fast itself is like this big, right? So
Oh, yeah, I haven't gotten to that yet. That'll be like
Yeah.
like who knows? It might be years
Try-
before I take pictures of the fast.
try. All you gotta say, you gotta remember this, bro. Try posing him, bro. Try posing him.
Jess,
It's very
like,
hard
I
to
will.
pose.
I will. Look at Jess. He's like, I will pose him. Just wait.
No,
The
it's very
fast,
hard.
yeah, man. I love
It's
posing.
hard to- The fast is hard. All right, let's just move on to slide number 46. All right, so this is one of your early days, right?
So that's Lightbox version 1. It's just a
Okay.
cardboard box.
Uh-huh.
I think it's about 40 centimeters cubed, and
Mhm.
yeah, you can see like the sides are being cut off.
Yep, I can
and
see
there's only 2 lights.
Okay, but still, I mean, it's a major step coming from using natural sunlight, right? Because
Yeah,
I mean, one of the reasons why, other than what Jess said earlier on, to have a light box is that you want to have a control environment where you can control lighting. I mean, if you want to depend on the sun, you gotta wait for golden hours, because taking pictures at the noon, you will get the dramatic effect instead, right? Because the sun is literally on top of you. So the best time to take photos is just 2 hours or 1 hour before sunset. That's the golden hour, or early in the morning. So, I mean, some people, they just don't have that time. That's why we have light boxes and all that, so that you can control the light, like actually control the direction of the light, the strength of the light, how diffuse the light would be, and all that. And what kind of cloth is that specifically? Is it a specially made cloth, or is it just any cloth that our viewers can get?
that is like you mean the ones on the side?
Yep, the sides and the
That's
top.
That's like muslin. It's like cotton, but it's like kind of patchwork. Like it's kind of got that patchy look to it.
Like those baby diapers.
Baby,
Like,
I would. It's more like the
like,
stuff
it's
you use
like-
to sand wounds. Like like the you can probably find it at any one of your like fabric stores. Basically, it's called muslin. It's like cotton,
Muslin.
and it's a bit like it's got like this crosshatch kind of texture to it.
So it's a bit rough. It's not 3000 thread.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Are you still using that cloth, the same cloth today? Or
Yeah,
have
the
you
exact
switched
same
it up?
cloth. It's the exact same cloth in the current
So the
one.
cloth, the cloth itself is like probably 10 years old now.
Pretty much, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, pretty cool.
If it works,
So guys, if you guys are watching this and you want to invest yourself in the light box, be sure to calculate into account that your light box will last easily 10 years. So that can justify the cost. Okay, $20 that will last you 10 years. Come on, bro. I mean, there's no more value than that. Okay.
How
So
much were
definitely
the light lamps you used? How much were those?
So the lights.
the wattage? What about the wattage of the lights?
Let me check. I think it's like 1400.
14 watt.
Okay. Yeah.
No, 1400 lumens.
Okay.
Basically, I just tried to find the brightest light I could. Basically.
Yep.
So I mean, like in your opinion, does it change? I mean, like we got warm white, we got warm. What kind of spectrum are you looking at?
I think I'm using a cool white, mainly because I can't find natural. I think natural is like 5000 Kelvin or something.
5006.
5006. Okay.
That's the sunlight.
I think I'm using like a slightly cooler version. I think like 6500 lumen Kelvin or whatever. Mainly because I can't find daylight bulbs that can fit in my lamps.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So for the viewers out there, just get on whatever light you have. It's fine.
Yeah. Basically, you can get your camera to sort of adjust the color balance anyway. So
Exactly.
if you can't get like exact sunlight bulbs, I think cool white 6500 Kelvin or whatever. That's good enough.
Cool.
This is the money
All right.
shot right here.
Yep. So in the next slide, slide 47, we can kind of see the end result of whatever he used. Even without the top light, even with just two lights, it looks kind of good. It looks kind of good. It's not the best, but it looks really good with just two lights. Right? Yeah. But I believe if you have the top light, you will lose the shadows in the ground, on the ground itself, right? When you have the top light, you will actually bounce that off the shadows. You can. Kind of
You probably the ground probably be a bit lighter. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But one thing itself is like, I mean, I really like how you incorporate really good posing, right? With your photos. Like for example, on the slide 49, if you just look at that, that is really really good. Seriously.
Actually, that's actually one of the Bandai promo pictures I just found like on Pinterest or like Google, and I just copied it basically. And it was very hard to get that looking like the Bandai picture, because if you look at
Like those it kind of reminds me of Lara Croft, like just jumping back and then just shooting at the same time. I don't know, it kind of like Tomb Raider style.
You see how insanely like weird it looks from the side, like.
Yeah, man, I can totally imagine that.
Especially with the
All
shoulder.
right, so,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So going forward with your latest setup, okay? Your latest setup with slide 50. So this is the one with this is the full setup, right? The full-fledged setup, correct?
Yep. So that's my light box as it is today. I just added like another frontal light on the right side.
Mm-hmm. So you are very thrifty because you don't use professional light boxes for photography or anything. You just use a table lamp. Study lamp.
Pretty much.
Right.
I mean, you can get an umbrella, but they're so big. Like, where am I gonna fit in this room? Like, what?
Exactly, and you have that cloth thing which completely diffuses the light. So if it's not enough, just put on 2 layers instead, right? So
Yeah.
that's
So
pretty good.
it works for me, and like the only upgrade I would make is maybe a future version 3 would just be like taller, so you can shoot like really low angle shots, and you won't see like the top of the booth.
Okay, cool. Just mean, like, we are way over time, right?
Oh yeah. Well, let's talk about his t-shirts and stuff. You sell t-shirts, right?
Yeah, I do. So a long time ago, someone asked me like, "Hey, why don't you just put this on a T-shirt?" And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" So literally, I went to like Redbubble one day and I just pasted one of my stuff there, and like surprisingly, well, it's sold. So
Oh, nice.
so 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 nowadays, I try to put a bit more effort into trying to design stuff people might actually want to wear. And it's actually quite like the design process is actually quite time consuming. So um, I don't have like quite that many designs. But yeah, you can visit my Etsy store if you're interested. And I think you can see over there, like I've got like a Zaku shirt.
Yeah.
Yep, Zaku, amazing.
I see the shirt behind you too. The Zaku
Yeah.
shirt.
Yep.
Yeah, they're
Why-
very
why-
nice. They're very nice designs.
And you also sell your kits as well too on your website. If someone wants to purchase one of your kits.
Yeah, I get the occasional offer. Sometimes, like if you're interested, just ask. But like lately, I've been sort of trying to hold on to things that I've built because like I just haven't taken pictures of them yet.
Oh, nice. Yeah, not yet, huh?
And before we go on to like everything else, like there are some pictures of his website on slide 60 to 63. These are the kind of things that you can find on his website, mainly focused towards the Gunpla section because he also does digital art, hence the shirts and everything. But yeah, so it's a really complete website. You can check out his stuff. Make sure to check it out. Check him out on Instagram too. It's the Saint-ism at the Saint-ism without the dash. I never knew he was on Instagram. I guess I'm a bad fan. But he's really underrated. He's really underrated on Instagram, and I really wish like
everybody should give him a lot of love, not some
go
love,
follow
but a
him.
lot of love.
Yeah, go give him a lot of love. Go follow him. He's really, really awesome at what he does. And yeah, we were definitely over time, so I'm sorry, man. But yeah, just remember, guys, to check out Saint-ism. Check out his work. He's an amazing photographer.
I just followed him.
Yeah, I mean his photography is top notch. He has a guide on how to take photos. Like, even just watching this, I thought it was a guy with like a super professional setup. And even though it's not an amateur setup, it's definitely not a super professional one, and it's something that people can have.
It's
And,
I really like how resourceful he is by using everything that is around him, like
Mhm.
just normal cloth itself and just table lamps instead of like a professional light box. So I mean, for you guys who are just entering the photography scene, don't worry about getting expensive equipment or super awesome cameras because essentially taking photos itself is capturing light. So you need a lot of light, right? Especially when you want to do it indoors, in your apartment or in your room, instead of going outside. You can definitely use table lamps because with one light box, you can actually purchase like 3 table lamps instead.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Right? So your cost is covered, it's justified, and those things don't break. How often do you see table lamps break or malfunction? Right?
Nope.
How often do you see
It's user
a light
error.
box or something?
User error.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. And then you see like Saint-ism, his cloth itself is like 10 years already. And if you don't have cloth around, probably just get an unused white t-shirt instead.
White T-shirt, yep, exactly.
Cut it out, cut out the side, cut out the seams. And you have two pieces, and then grab one of your sister's dress,
Make sure you
something.
iron it. Make it nice and
right?
flat.
And then just put it on top, and you have a full-fledged photography booth, like a light booth already. Even though it's makeshift,
Yeah.
but behind the scene doesn't really matter. Okay, what matters is the results that you get from it, right? And
Yes.
you invest more and more as you go up, right? But Saint-ism, I mean, I'm just amazed that he's been using the same setup ever since.
Hey,
Yeah, man. It's been a long time.
It's not
Yeah,
broke.
But hey,
but
Saint.
what he did was he's just upgraded his camera to get better quality.
Yeah. Yeah, he really has. So again, Saint-ism, thanks for all the information. We're gonna head on to our Gunpla build of the feature build of the week.
Yep,
The
feature build of
contest?
week. Yep.
But before that, really thank you so much, Saint. But Saint's gonna help us with this segment still. So let's move on to the feature build of the week. Chris.
All right, Jess.
No,
I'm
Chris.
sorry.
So basically, we score on originality, creativity, color scheme, detail, craftsmanship. We score you between 1 and 10. Make sure you guys don't take it personal. These are just our opinions. Like we're not trying to disrespect anybody. It's just our opinions. But
Yeah.
Yep. But contestant number 1, we have. I can't even say his name. I'm just gonna say the build's name, the Blue Cyclone. Then let's see. So do you guys even like this? So what do y'all think about the orange on this one?
I think it really makes the color scheme pop.
That's what I was
I
thinking.
really like that. I really like that. Yeah. Actually, what?
Yeah, I think the
what-
orange is really nice.
I can't even tell what kits were used to make this. It's like so it's so different.
I see some IBO in there.
Let me look it up real quick, like really quick, really quick, because he did mention in his bio, and we just forgot about that.
Good
Okay,
job.
so Blue Cyclone itself is there's actually Gundam Dentalion, Dentalion, and then Destiny, the Cerudum Saga. There's a lot,
Oh,
and
wow.
the head is from Wushon.
Yeah.
So that's where the IBO comes in.
Oh,
right?
okay. That's where I recognized it from.
Yeah, so this is like amazing kit bash itself. So, but if I would, give me the orange color any day, and I will call it a day. I really love the orange itself.
Especially with
But
gray.
if I were, if it were up to me, I would put on decals. As much as I hate putting on decals, I would put it on decals for the sake of the result that you get, right? Even though this is a kit bash, there's literally no decals designed for it. But just don't get those generic caution decals, warning decals, or some kind of decal.
It's inspired by the GO4, that Gundam with the big Gatling gun.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
the colors do work, and
Yeah,
it just looks like
this-
overall a very very nice and clean build.
It is. It is very nice and clean. It's a high grade, if I'm not mistaken, right? The only.
So what?
The only
so,
Moon Gundam ever created.
so Moon Gundam doesn't come with stickers or decals. So I wonder why. Do y'all know why?
I don't
I
know.
think it got left out. It got left out during the production.
Pretty much.
Completely
Oh, so-
forgotten.
Oh wait, so it doesn't come with any decals at all?
Nope. None at all.
No, there's no stickers, so it's all parts separated. It's like one of the best high grade kits you can buy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like a master grade. Yep.
Oh, it's like a master grade, high grade.
Yeah, but it's literally one of the best high grades.
It's an RG.
Oh wow, but they don't come
Oh
with
yeah,
decals.
I would say that. Yeah, it's like an RG. Yeah, it's a little
Definitely.
RG. But this is really nice work. It's really clean. I'm sure he changed the colors right to the gray, color
He did.
separation,
Oh yeah.
the back
did.
of the backpack. Yeah, it's
He
really
did.
awesome work, man. Really good stuff. Yeah, I think that's all I can say about that. I don't really have any complaints.
Contestant number 3 we have is Koi Fish with his PG 160 MK2 Gundam. Now I saw this one earlier and I was like, wow, this dude went in.
Yeah, man, this dude
Yeah,
went in.
dude.
This guy went in.
This one went in. This one went in.
This
So
is
this
good
one-
weathering, man.
Yeah, this is Nico style. We will call it Nico style,
Hmm.
right? If you watch Kengan Ashura on the anime, this is Nico style.
Yeah.
Do
This
you
is
guys
good
watch-
style.
Do you guys watch Kengan Ashura?
No.
I don't even know what that is, dude.
You guys don't know Kengan Ashura? It's like Baki, but a lot more better than Baki.
I don't even know what Baki is.
Baki's that
The
big
fuck?
buff guy, right?
Yeah, the big buff
yeah.
boxing guy,
Yeah. No.
right?
Failed
so,
you.
so
Failed.
I'm sorry, man. So no matter what it is, Saint. Okay, this is not your territory. As in, like, this is a lot more weathering and it's open hatch as well. What do you think?
I think the weathering is it's like just right, because my take on weathering is that you gotta like look. If you see the thumbnail, you can't really tell it's with it, but then you look closely, you can see it's very subtle. So I think it's like just right.
Yeah. One of my favorite things with this kit, real quick, if you guys can go like to 79 and 78, you can see the inner frame. I love the color of the inner frame that he used. It's like this copper.
Bronze.
Yeah,
looks really
copper,
nice.
yeah.
I think it's something that a lot of people don't do. I really like that kind of metallic color for an inner frame. A lot of people like to go titanium or silver or just dark black, kind of like metallic for the inner frame. But when people use copper and things, I feel it gives it a little bit of like a steampunk vibe, which I feel is why we think it kind of looks like a little bit of a Nico thing, because Nico does kind of like this kind of work, right?
Yep.
But at the end of the day, it's really nice and it's really original in that sense, because you know, like I said, the copper, I used bronze for my inner frame on my Sasabi. So I do like that metallic color, and the weathering itself, like, you know, Saint said, it really works really well. The running down, you know, it looks like it went through it's seen some shit, right?
Yeah, it's
Like
triple
like
S,
we
bro.
said.
Triple S.
Triple S.
Triple S.
Triple S.
Seen some shit. That is Nico style grading. So if
Yep.
you can earn yourself a triple S title, you're there, bro. You are there.
Seen some shit.
You're there,
Good
man.
job.
All right, let's go
Good
into
job, Koi-fish.
Let's go into contestant number 4. Kutes 3 or 433 with his Gerbria Terra. I've never even seen this one before.
No, but I love it. I love it.
So-
I think it's
so-
in
It's from 0083, right? I think. Yeah.
So this is from the UC, right?
Yeah, it's from Gundam 0083.
Oh,
Okay.
Stardust.
I never
Memory?
seen this before.
I haven't seen this one.
Like when I was doing the pictures, I was looking for the head. I'm like, what the hell is the head? bro? I'm like, where's the head? And then I'm
What
like,
I like about it, it's so
oh.
different. It's so different to what you see every day. That's why I like these kind of kits that are very different to a normal Gundam, right? With the V fan and everything. Like it's this new breath of fresh air, and I like the shading that he has on this particular kit, along with everything. It just looks like nothing you've seen, and I like the way he does the funnels with the blue inside. I don't know if they come like that because I've never seen this kit before, but I do like the way it looks. What do you think of this, Saint?
Yeah, like I really like the shading. It's like very nice and subtle.
Mhm.
I think it's very controlled. You can see like the shading go from really dark in the middle, like of the backpack, all the way to the point. It kind of gets brighter, so it works really well. So you did a really great job on this kit, honestly.
Oh yeah, really good.
I have no comments other than it's great. It's great because the funnel itself is differentiated from the rest of the body, right?
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
It's really really good.
It's good.
The thought behind it is really good. All right, let's
Yep.
move on to contestant number 5. This is actually from Gundam Ammo or Gundam Ammo.
Gundam Mamo.
Screen names are always awesome.
All right, so this is the SD Zaku he actually submitted for GBWC.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. It looks like Wally.
Wally.
I mean, you can
But-
just from the thumbnail, you can see like all the work he's put into it. Like, it's like
Yeah, exactly,
wow.
man.
Yeah.
It's like the SD Zaku on a barrel, right?
Yep.
Like this kid has triple S as well, you know, triple S.
Yeah,
I really like the rusting effect, and I never could have figured out how to do that, no matter how many tutorials I watched. It just didn't make sense to me on how rust would form, all that. That thought idea is really hard to capture, so I understand the struggle right here.
Then you
Because
gotta get
rust itself,
yeah, you have to get the cracking of the paint too with the rust. It's really hard.
yeah, exactly. There's so much work put into it. This is such an amazing build.
And the LED light works. It's not as bright as it's not super bright and it's not super
Uh-huh.
dim. It just works. It does have a little bit of a reflection on top of the
Uh-huh.
helmet of the nose, but I think it's really awesome. This is awesome work, honestly. This is one of my favorite SDs that we've had on the show so far.
But seriously, like you don't see any wires around. I think that's the use of the barrel down there. Right?
Yep.
What
Yeah,
do you
for
think?
the LED. Yep.
Yeah, I think it's in the barrel.
this- It's
Let me
clean.
know.
It's clean.
Let me know, Gundam Ammo, if you're in the live chat, if the LEDs is within the barrel, is in the base. Let us know, man.
Yep.
We would like to know. All right,
Let
so
us know.
let's start off with the score with contestant number 2 with 41.5. So that's a pretty good score, you know. Like nowadays, we don't really get like simple builds anymore. Our builds and the quality of the builds itself that we get is getting higher and higher with each week, right? So, oh shit! Sorry, contestant number 1. Oh, why did I skip to contestant number 2? Contestant number 1 with 41.8. Tree.
Oh, guys. We're barely getting any sub 40s anymore.
Exactly.
You know, they're working really
Yeah.
well.
Exactly. So back again, contestant number 2 with 41.5, and then contestant number 3 with 46.5. Obviously, it's such a good job. And then contestant 4 with 43.5, and last but not least, contestant number 5 with 46. So the winner itself, let us all congratulate to Mr. Koi-fish, right?
Yeah,
Mr. Koi-fish.
he's a winner for this week, right?
Yeah. So, Mr. Koi-fish, congratulations. You'll be up in the running for the entire mains feature build of the month, which we will announce the winner next week, guys. Right?
Get that
And the winner takes what kit home?
The winner takes away our RG new Gundam.
It's the RG new. All right.
RG new Gundam. Right?
That doesn't mean, guys, that if you haven't submitted, submit still. You guys are still running them for June. We have yet to think about, a lot of things, but keep submitting, so you guys can enter next month's, contest. And we'll be seeing you guys there.
We'll probably give away a unicorn next month. No, Jess is saying no.
No,
we're not cultivating the unicorn culture.
We're not.
I'm gonna give away my MG Vercal wing. That's what I'm gonna give away.
Pretty sure a lot of people want that. Despite the disappointments, a lot of people would still buy that. Right?
Yeah. Well, guys,
So,
I just want to say, thank you to Saint again, for being on the show.
It's an honor, bro.
It was an honor to have you on the show. We learned a lot. I seriously mean that. We learned a lot of things to think about when, it comes to photography and kind of like, upping our game. I want to, first most also remind everybody out there to join our Discord if you haven't already. The link will be in the description, or you can find it on Chris's and I's, profile on Instagram. You can find it on our website. You can find a Discord link anywhere that we have it. I don't think I updated the description yet for this one. But anyway, just message us on Instagram. But remember, as Justin would say, click that bell, subscribe to our channel, visit our webpage, visit our Instagram, and do not forget to visit Saint's Instagram. It's what's it? The Saint-ism. Order a shirt because the shirts are dope. Buy a kit from him. Even if he wants to take pictures, be like, no, just give it to me now.
Throw in an extra $100. I want my kit now. Saint, Saint, is there anything else you want to say before we cut out?
I just want to say thanks to you guys for having me on. It was an absolute blast.
Yeah, you're a fun guy, man. We really appreciate it.
Hey, thank you so much. We all learn a lot. I mean, we all learn a lot. I personally gain a lot. I'm pretty sure the viewers are feeling the same way too. Right?
Yeah, dude. It's a rarity when we go up to 2 hours on the show. We've only done that 2 times before.
Exactly.
So it's really awesome, dude, to have you again. Like, honestly, I speak on behalf of everybody here on the panel. Like he said, it's an honor. Thank you for being on the show. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be here next week at the same time with a different guest. But I think that's about it.
Can we say who? Get a little sneak peek or?
Nah.
No, not yet.
Not yet. All right. Well, everybody, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to Saint-ism again. Everybody, just keep on building on, man. Have a great night. Peace.
Bye-bye.
I got a little thing.
I always